I'd love to share with you a great client story. Now, this is a bit of a personal one because it was my daughter, and it related to an experience she had during a netball game where she was playing against an opponent, and what she perceived was the opponent was expressing a lot of body-on-body contact. An observer would have seen these two players in contact a lot. This was uncomfortable for my daughter. She did not like playing that way. It really rattled her. She wasn't able to focus on her game, and it was really upsetting for her. This game was a semi-final, and the following week was going to be a final, and it was against the same team. So my daughter and I checked in and we talked about, okay, let's explore this so that next week it can potentially look different. Now, my daughter and I did two things. The first, we had a single one-on-one session, and then it was followed up by a general recording where she just simply at her own pace took her through the process, the mind alignment process. What this first session involved was to simply invite my daughter to explore what she thought about herself in relation to the experience that she had. And interestingly, she was very quickly able to identify the thought and the belief, I'm not strong enough. Now, as an observer, this is exactly what I saw during the game. I saw my daughter getting bounced around. I'm not able to hold ground, not able to hold her center. And for her, that was really distressing. What was interesting was that just identifying this belief and being guided through the mind alignment process, where the superconscious is finding and neutralizing stresses around beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. It really only took that particular session and a very short follow-up for things to change in a really big way. Interestingly, the following week, and I love this because it confirmed something for me. The following week, Harper played the same opponent at the same location, a very similar environmental day, and she did not get touched once. What she thought was the opponent choosing to play with her in a certain way that she found distressing was not present at all on that day. So as an observer, as I watched this match, I was like, something's shifted here, something's dissolved, and what was there is no longer there to create the experience that she had in the past. So what was dissolved out of mine related to the belief, I'm not strong enough. And you can imagine if someone believes they're not strong enough and then they're having these physical experiences of not being strong enough in relation to another, that just can keep confirming, validating a belief so it holds in mind. The mind alignment process focused on dissolving that belief so that it was no longer held in mind, but it was no longer in the field to magnetize experiences into the moment so it could be confirmed. Because simply that first game, she had physical experiences that confirmed the belief, I'm not strong enough. In the second game, the belief was no longer there, so there was nothing to magnetize in to confirm. It was dissolved, it was no longer there. What's been really powerful is that since then, it's very rare that my daughter has experiences where she feels she's not strong enough. There is a really grounded, centered core to her inner strength now that means that she just plays effortlessly and in a way that isn't magnetizing experiences that feel overwhelming or distressful for her. Working with the mind, identifying and dissolving memory from it, because in some way there was a memory held in mind. I'm not strong enough for my daughter. These beliefs are not fixed. They are not permanent, and they can be dissolved. This for us was a great example, and it didn't require from her talking to me in depth about her experience. It didn't require her to journal or write about it. It was simply being open and willing to explore what was active in her experience. This is the ease and simplicity of the mind alignment process, and it is powerful. It is subtle, gentle, effortless, and powerful, and it creates change that can be seen in the outside world as well as felt internally.